Okay, so the three stories in the first book take Pandora and Granny into three different fun scenarios. The Glorious Granny Bake Off sees Granny going to a television studio to record a programme. It's a programme that allows grannies to bake non-magically wonderful cakes and bread and things. And so Granny and her granny friends have been invited to go on the show, and typically they can't stop themselves doing magic, and Pandora ends up right in the middle of flying eggs and meringue swans that land on the producer's head and all that kind of thing. So Pandora tries to put things right, and in the end the viewers absolutely adore the magical mayhem, and Granny and her friends get offered a regular series. So it all turns out well in the end. And then the other two stories in the first book, one of them is about visiting a stately home where it's all a little bit dull and boring, and Granny decides that she'll just liven things up slightly by making some of the exhibits, like the suit of armour, the fire in the grate, the candles, the dummies around the table who are meant to be having a meal. She'll bring them all to life, and of course the other visitors to the house find this a little disturbing, to say this is a bit shocking, but there is also some long lost treasure in the stately home, and at the end of the story something quite unusual happens. I won't give it away. Okay, so the third story is about it's Healthy Eating Week at Pandora School, and all the children have been asked to grow fruit and vegetables. So they go to gardening club, which Granny runs on a Tuesday after school. Unfortunately, Pandora's carrots that she's planted are really weedy and not growing very well, and it's the day of the judging and the judges come to judge them, and Granny has actually helped out again by giving the carrots a little drink, a special drink. So she's actually given them a potion, and they've grown into massive carrots, so they're ready to burst out of the ground. And of course they burst out of the ground at the very wrong time, and happens to be when the judges are there. And there's massive chaos, giant carrots flying everywhere. And then Granny decides that, well, what do you do when you have giant carrots everywhere? You need a giant bunny to nibble them. So she magics up this amazing giant rabbit that nibbles all the carrots. But in the end, Pandora's class do need a new class pet, as their goldfish ploppers died. So Granny makes the giant rabbit a bit smaller, and ta-da, it's the new class pet. So it all works out well in the end.